Hello, guys from the seventh grade, and welcome to your literature class. Today, we are going to see a new topic, one we haven't seen in class, and that is context clue. The context clue are clues in the sentence to help us find the meaning of a word that we don't know. So, we're going to be reading around the word. Sometimes when we read, we don't know what a word means. So, what do we have to do? Just like a detective, we have to use clues. These are words or phrases around unfamiliar words that can help us understand the meaning of a word. These words or phrases are called context clues. Learning how to use the clues can help understand the meaning of the word. If we understand the clue, we are going to understand the word and we're not going to need a dictionary to learn it. So context clues are words that says stop, don't touch that dictionary. The definition of the word you don't know is right in the text. So, like I say, you don't need a dictionary. You just have to learn to read around the word so you can find the meaning. It's information that you can have in the sentence. So it's like a mystery. We have many context clues, but today we're going to be concentrated in just two. Two is going to be easy. So the first one is going to be the comparison context clue. So the comparison context clue, the unfamiliar word is shown to be the same as or like another word. To, like, as, similar to, in the same way. These words are going to give us the clue that we have some definition in here. So let's try to see an example. For example, my brother is enthralled by bird, similar to, see, we got here, similar to, the way that I am fascinated by insects. So it's like we're going to have a synonym in the sentence. To enthralled, we have fascinated. So they are the same meaning. So what does enthralled mean? It means fascinated. So we got the context clue in here. We have to look. If we have comparison, we're going to use words like like, to, like, as, similar to, in the same way. So these one are going to tell us that we have a comparison. We are comparing between two words. So we got enthralled and fascinated. The second one and last context clue we're going to be seeing today is that contrast or antonym. If we have a comparison, we're going to have a contrast. We have a synonym, we're going to have an antonym. So the unfamiliar word is shown to be different from or unlike another word, and it's often an opposite. So we're going to have find these keywords to tell us that we have a contrast or an antonym. We're going to have but, however, although, otherwise, unless, instead, on the contrary, on the other hand, while, never, no, or not. So they're going to be signaling us that we have a contrast in there. So let's see an example. Mike's parrot was loquacious, but Maria's said very little. So we got this one. But Maria's what? The same parrot. Mike has a parrot. Maria has a parrot. But Maria says very little. So what does loquacious mean? Loquacious means that he speaks a lot because Maria said very little and Mike's was loquacious. Loquacious is the opposite to say very little. So talks a lot. You see, we're going to find these clues. Let's see another examples. Okay, so we got when the light brightens the pupils of the eyes. However, when it grows darker, they dilate. So what is the meaning for dilated? When the light brightens, the pupils of the eyes contract. However, when they grow around darker, they dilate. Dilate is going to tell us the meaning of contract. Dilate, they expand. Contract, they contract. We can use it to find the sentence of the other. The children were as different as day and night. He was lively, conversationalist, but she was reserved and taciturn. What does taciturn mean? He was lively and conversion analysis. So what is the meaning of taciturn? Someone who doesn't speak a lot. So you see, we got that contrast because we got but and however. However. So we're going to try to find these words to help us find the contrast and antonyms clue. So for the next part, let's go get our book. Now with your book in hand, we're going to go to page 25 and we're going to be completing the exercise we got in here. So what we're going to be doing. In the first part, we're going to be identifying the words that tell us that either the context clue we got is a comparison or is a contrast. So we're going to read the sentence and we're going to highlight the words. This way you can do it, you have to write it in your notebook, but you can do it in your book if you want to. So what you're going to do, we're going to read the sentence. Patrick felt that the jury of the short story contest was very harsh, yet he respects their bitter opinion. So what is the word that is going to tell us a meaning in here? We're going to have yet. So we're going to highlight yet, and yet is telling you what? Is a compare or is a contrast. In this case, harsh is the same as bitter. They are hard. So we're going to have a contrast clue. Yet is telling us that is a contrast. We're going to write here. Oh, sorry, comparison. It's a comparison clue. It's a comparison clue, so we're going to have they are comparing, they are equal. Yet, harsh is the same as bitter opinion, so they're going to be hard. Let's try to do another one. The employees were very receptive to the same changes. On the other hand, they dislike their new boss. So what is receptive means? And what is the context, the word that is telling you what type of clue we have? So the words are, on the other hand, they are, in this case, contrast. So they receive, they mean they like, and they dislike. So we're going to have, in this case, contrast. And so you're going to do by yourself the other exercise. Now, in the next part, in the next exercise, we got read each sentence and write the meaning of the underlined word based on the context clue. So we got here a sentence and we got an underlined word, acquainted. So we're going to say Diane wasn't acquainted with her cousin, yet they got along really well as soon as they met. So yet is telling us that is a what? A contrast. So they going to tell us acquainted, it means they don't meet together. So in your notebook, you're going to write beside it acquainted, the knowing, known someone. And so you're going to be doing the other ones. And in the last exercise, you're going to write sentence with the following words, including comparison and contrast clue to point out their meaning. So you're going to use a dictionary to find the meaning of the word, and you're going to write a sentence using a comparison or a contrast clue abruptly. So you're going to find abruptly, and let's say abruptly means suddenly. So let's say I abruptly storm out clouds, but I come back very quick. So abruptly means suddenly, and I'm using a context clue that is contrast. So let's do this work, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.